Today we have got a big head-to-head in the form of the TaylorMade Qi35 LS against the Ping G440 LS. So two low spinning drivers, both 9 degrees. This type of golf club is generally aimed at your sort of quicker club head speed, but not always. But the main thing is all about low spin. Can this club keep the spin down, optimize launch, optimize spin for maximum distance, whilst retaining that level of forgiveness? Okay, so both clubs for me will probably be two of the leading brands, the leading clubs this year in this category, so it's going to be great to see a head-to-head. In terms of looks, I prefer the TaylorMade. I love that sort of carbon finish to it, love the shape of it, you know, that sort of nice kind of pear shape as you look down. It is always personal, as I always tell you, but I do prefer that TaylorMade. The Ping looks fine. Obviously it's got that sort of the turbulators on there, which we are used to now, but I do prefer the TaylorMade in terms of looks. When it comes to the tech, now we've got the loft sleeve on both, doing the sort of same job in terms of loft and face angle. When it comes to optimizing the shapes, the draw fade neutral, with the TaylorMade, we've got 3 different weights. We've got 2 lighter weights at the front, the 3 gram weights, and we've got the heavier 13 gram weight at the back. Now you can move that around to obviously optimize what you're looking for. Heavier weight in the toe to get rid of the left miss, heavier weight in the heel to get rid of the right miss. So that's something you can play around with. In the Ping, we've just got the sort of sliding weight at the back where we can move it to sort of draw and fade. So you'd probably say the Ping's a little bit easier, but in truth, you know, I guess it comes down to the testing and what works best. Okay, so let's kick off with the TaylorMade Qi35. So really what we're looking at here is, we are looking at spin rate because it is a low spin test, but we want to be looking at the sort of ball speed, looking at some of the distances, looking at some of that forgiveness as well. But so far testing with this Qi35 has been very good. And again, remember, this is the 4th iteration of the carbon era, so they're optimizing that sort of forgiveness every year, and we're now finding that this Qi35 range so far has been pretty forgiving. So let's hit a few. As I said, for me in that playing position, I think it looks great. So inviting, so tidy on the eye. Yeah, felt pretty solid for the first one. 2,600 spin, not the lowest spinning, but it's not bad. Like the sound as well, it feels nice and solid. Pretty good. Yeah, I think this is going to be a popular driver this year. It's got a nice blend of everything. Looks good, feels good. It's got that adjustability. Just pushed it a touch there. Felt nice. Just pushed it out to the right. Yeah, that was a good hit. Like that one. 290. Good spin. Launch maybe a hair low, but pretty good. Yeah, I'm certainly feeling a lot more forgiveness compared to sort of its predecessors. Qi10 was good, but this just feels like it's going up a notch in terms of that forgiveness level. Yeah, good hit again there. Yeah, for me, anything around 290 is pretty solid, really. Not bad. Yeah, decent one to finish there, 290. So yeah, see how low that spin is there, 1,500. Pretty good. Couple of loose ones in there, but you know, generally that felt good. It felt solid, felt very forgiving. So yeah, all in all, I do think Qi35 is sort of stepping up a notch when it comes to that sort of forgiveness level. Okay, so moving into this Ping G440 LST low spin technology. Ping, we know they produce very forgiving, very straight drivers historically. The LST version hasn't been as forgiving as the Max version, but today I want to put it to the test. So let's hit a few again with this. The big talk with Ping really this year is about this thinner, faster face, so trying to maximize ball speeds. Again, looks good in that sort of playing position, obviously with the contrast with that sort of carbon crown there. Yeah, nice one out of the blocks there. You can certainly hear a difference in the sound, definitely. That felt more of a crunch, if you like, rather than a thud. Yeah, first two shots quite similar, just sort of turning over a touch. Ball speed a little bit low, perhaps those off centre. It's not amazing when it comes to the ball speed. Better hit. Yeah, so you can see there on the good strike, 294, good spin there, just under 2000. That's more like it, felt good. A little bit high right. Yeah, good hit there, 288. Yeah, so far I think it's going to be quite close when it comes to distance. This feels a bit more accurate at the moment. Yeah, that felt great. 294, 1500 spin, that's a low spin right there. Certainly doing its job when it comes to that sort of low spin. Wow, 1500's low. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so that is 8 shots with each club. My initial thoughts, it felt like the ping was a bit straighter. Again, there is that human element, so we need to factor that in. Distance wise, felt quite similar, but let's take a close look initially at the dispersion. Okay, so just looking at this dispersion, we've got the TaylorMade in the white, Ping in the orange. Yeah, we can definitely see a smaller circle there, can't we, with the Ping. 2 big misses, one left, one right with the TaylorMade. Pings were all on the fairway, which is great. So yeah, Ping definitely winning it from a dispersion standpoint. And then if we just take a look at some sort of key numbers here, Ping at the top, TaylorMade at the bottom, we can see they're swinging it pretty similar with both, 104, 105. Ball speed similar. Launching a touch higher with the Ping, interestingly enough. Spin identical, isn't it? You know, 2-1, 2-2 with both. Little bit higher with the Ping. And then when it comes to the distance, getting a little bit more out of the Ping, 255 for 282, 250 for pretty much 280 there with the TaylorMade. So not a lot from that point. And then again, we do want to see the drop off there. So with the Ping, plus or minus 9.7 yards within the total column, plus or minus 11.4. And then looking at the side total, Ping plus or minus 70 feet. And then the Qi35 plus or minus 106 feet. So in truth, not a huge difference, but ever so slightly, if we're looking at an overall performance, if we're looking at dispersion, a little bit more distance, definitely the Ping wins. If we're looking at sort of looks, aesthetics, then for me, TaylorMade wins it. But as always, it does come down to performance. You know, 8 shots each there. But today, the Ping G440 LST wins the race. As always, guys, if this is your first time watching the channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I post weekly club reviews just like this to inform you about your game.